world not worth living in. A tragic backstory unfolds in this chapter, so you've been warned. Man, Oda was not pulling any punches with this chapter. Life was not kind to our poor Kuma. Saint Saturn still looms over Sanji, Bonnie, Vegapunk and Frankie. We can see what looks to be Conqueror's Haki going off above Saturn's head, and Saturn is as menacing as ever. In this chapter, he calls all the Vice Admirals insects just for wanting to help him. Saturn is not hurt by Bonnie's stab attack and claims he could have dodged it. Saturn also uses a mysterious power that headshots Sanji, Bonnie. He also has a crazy regeneration ability as well, healing up the stab wound in an instance. Kizaru and Luffy are both laying on the ground, and I get the feeling that Kizaru wanted Luffy to stall him so he didn't have to kill Vegapunk. It looks like Saturn might be sensing hesitation watching Kizaru's actions. As he mentioned, it took Kizaru longer than expected to defeat Luffy. It ended in a tie because they're both laying on the ground evenly defeated, but anyway. My boy Frankie saves Luffy from a death stomp from Saturn by punching Luffy out of the way. We get a nice Frankie win here too, laughing in the face of a demon spider god, Saint Saturn. Saturn has an interesting line. He mentioned that it was unexpected that Luffy and Bonnie would join the fight on Egghead. They could escape by some twist of fate he'd like to see, which pretty much confirms that the Straw Hats will escape Egghead Island eventually. I also keep forgetting that Morgan's is somewhere near Egghead. If he manages to snap a shot of a demon spider Saturn and publishes it across the world, it would not be a good look for the Gorosei at all, especially if the headline is something like Demon Gorosei Saturn murdered the world's most beloved Dr. Vegapunk. Saturn is not someone to play. He literally asks who wants to die first and tell me in the most painful order. No one can move due to a mysterious force holding them down. It seems Saturn possesses some type of strong Conqueror's Haki, similar to when Monet couldn't move after Zoro was looking at her and she just froze, scared. She couldn't move, just had her frozen in the spot. Learn from Bonnie that Saturn somehow killed Kuma, most likely on the order to erase his memories. Like we heard last chapter, Kuma may have seen something, whether it was Imu, the Gorosei, even something in God Valley he wasn't supposed to see. Saturn was adamant about removing his memories, so that's what kind of makes me think that Kuma knew something and the Gorosei did not want Kuma to get it out there and tell the world, and especially if he was with the Revolutionary Army. This is when we learn about Kuma's past and we get some more insight of Kuma as a person. He wanted to be a hero just like the warrior of liberation, sun god Nika. We get a wholesome panel of Kuma and Bonnie dancing to Nika's drumbeat. Kuma's backstory is very dark, to say the least. He's from a special race called the Buccaneers, having the blood of the giants run through him, making him particularly strong. The birth of a Buccaneer baby was leaked to the world government, and baby Kuma and his parents were enslaved by the celestial dragons, and this is where it gets even darker. Kuma is separated from his parents, where his mother tragically dies. By the time Kuma sees his father again, they're both looking worse for wear. Kuma's father tries to cheer him up by doing the Nika dance, only to be shot dead by a celestial dragon right in front of poor Kuma's eyes, and just after he learned the news of his mother's death. I really hope Kuma makes it to Egghead to see the warrior of liberation for himself. I feel like Oda had this pre-planned, as Kuma became a very important character pre-entire skip. Intentions were very mysterious as well. So do we think that Kuma and Dragon may have been aware of Luffy's true power, or is there some other kind of fate at play here? But at the later end of the chapter, we finally make it to God Valley, where we see the celestial dragons holding a hunting tournament, hunting the native people of God Valley, and they call it the Population Eradication Tournament. We see a young Figalen Garling who looks awfully similar to a certain redhead man we know, Shanks. Garland ruthlessly cuts down the king of God Valley before the games even commence. We also see some treasure chests as the prizes for winning the tournament, which would no doubt have some powerful devil fruits in them. Saturn also makes an appearance. He looks exactly the same as he does now, and this incident took place 38 years prior in the West Blue, which is where God Valley was located, and Shanks claims his hometown was in the West Blue, so some interesting info for us there. We then end the chapter off with Kuma trying to escape on God Valley as well, and then this is where we meet a young Ivankov and a new character called Ginny, or Jenny, quite possibly is Bonnie's mother. So there's lots to unpack in this chapter, lots of theories to be made, so I can't wait. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, sub if you could please, it'd mean a lot. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.